to argue people down. Let me, again, I don't like to lose people, but I know you guys are so smart. So, you guys can keep up with the convo. Check this, what he's saying.
Yeah.
I am bothered by the fact, and I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable.
Okay.
Right? But
I think I know what you're about to say because I said it.
But I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people.
Okay, so let me then take the same premise that he says. And I would say this.
Oh my God! I ran out of ammo.
Dr. Umar, let's compare this, and I know this is not necessarily the same thing, but let's compare this to crime, and let's compare this to another hot and really kind of touchy subject in terms of black on black crime. I've heard Dr. Umar, but it is a talking point within the black community and black, pro-black talking heads. When you start talking about black on black crime, this is their response. There's no such thing as black on black crime.
I feel so bad.
People
I just got a double kill.
Commit crimes in the vicinity that they're in. So if black people live in either the ghettos or the hoods among other black people, they're going to commit crime among other black people. White people, if they live in the trailer parks, or if they live in, wherever among other white people, they're going to commit crime among white people. It's not a thing that black people just like to kill black people. It's just that black people are around each other, and if these things occur, that's what it is. So let's take that premise, not about crime necessarily, but about that same thing. Oh, black on black crime isn't a thing because it's just about who black people are around. So yes, if crime is going to occur, it's going to be about black. It's going to be, if you rob someone, it's going to be most likely a black person because you live there. Why can't we look at the same premise and say, well, if you're going to do a documentary, you're going to do a documentary about your peer. It's not necessarily about, let's expose a white person.
Bullshit.
No, you're going to do a documentary. If you're a black guy in hip hop, you're probably going to do a documentary about another black guy in hip hop. You're not going to do a documentary about a country singer or about someone that's in the tech world because that's not the people you're around. So that's what I'm trying to say, and that's why I disagree with Dr. Umar on this one point. I don't think that this is a black on black thing, and why are you exposing black people but not white people? 50 Cent hung in the circles, was around people that were either close or clearly was sharing the same bed with him and 50 and Diddy. So even though I do think that 50 is biased, who would be the better person to do a documentary on Diddy? Would you want some white person doing a documentary on Diddy that never knew Diddy, that never knew maybe women that Diddy was fornicating with, having freak-offs with? Or would you want someone who have been in the club with him 15 times, been on the phone with him? He knows intricately Diddy at a different level. Now, granted, I'm still not saying don't put his enemy who has an axe to grind, but I actually believe that if we believe that most things are happening as a reason of proximity to other people in that same type of situation, whether it's black on black crime, I would expect black people to do documentaries on black people. What's the problem? White people should do documentaries on white people, or whatever genre or wherever you live. Why is that so odd? And that's my opinion on that. I'll let Dr. Umar continue.
The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right. Okay, and that's where I say when people he's flipping the idea of when people are trying to debunk black on black crime, and they usually say, well, no, it's not a thing. Black people aren't that hatred or whatever, and I believe it, right? Convenient. Why the hell would 50 Cent, who's not Catholic, go to do a documentary on Roman Catholics or priests? Why the hell would he do that? First thing they would say, do you have any understanding, tacit knowledge, or even experience being around people who are Roman Catholic? Do you go to
that dude? I should have fought him. Dumb.
Do you practice Catholicism?
The dude's upstairs.
Do you go to one of these cathedrals? No. If you don't, why the hell would 50 Cent be qualified to do that? if anything, 50 Cent is qualified to do a hip hop documentary or a documentary about someone within hip hop, because what is he? A mogul and also one of the, better rappers, especially coming from New York, that is in hip hop.
Where is this person? I'm getting shot from all over.
It's like, put it like this. With Dr. Umar's live, if they said, yo, we're gonna make a documentary about the New York hip hop scene for the last 30 years, who do you want to direct? You could get Steven Spielberg, or you could get Spike Lee. You get what I'm saying? It's clear and obvious.
Damn, I knew it.
Spike Lee would know the culture more. He was a part of it. So that's more natural. The thing with Dr. Umar is saying is that, and I think he's trying to frame black culture for us to operate on a monolith, like how some people perceive Jewish culture to do. Like Jewish culture, they don't like nobody attacking them. Period. Even if it might be truthful. Right? I don't think black people have that type of cohesion. Oh shit, you're attacking one of us. So there's something wrong with you. It's just not. That kind of exists. Like you say one thing, if there was a black guy trying to do a documentary on some evil Jewish guy and he mentioned anything about the nigga being Jewish or Jewish culture, I think they would call that nigga anti-Semite, right? Clearly, right? So he's trying to have black people move like how Jewish people move, except never be like that.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did.
Right.
But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people?
Why would black people make a documentary about Epstein if they weren't around him? That wouldn't make any sense. Now, if Trump said he's going to do a documentary, right? You might want to watch that. Trump has been around the motherfucker.
Where's my teammate, dog? You're right there. Kill that nigga.
Intimately, that dude has been in situations. Shit, he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. He could do a documentary. Why would some random dude who's never been around the situation do a documentary?
The documentary on the Roman Catholic Church as excesses on black people. You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there. It is an example of self-hate disguised as community service. You see how that goes? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hate. Because we never do that to white folks.
Right.
We got a whole list of white folks who've been hurting us. Why we never done those documentaries for these killer cops? Why has there never been a documentary on Trayvon Martin's killer?
Right.
There's never been a documentary on Michael Brown's killer. There's never been a documentary on Tamir Rice's killer. There's never been a documentary on Breonna Taylor's killer. There's never been a documentary on Amir Locke killer. You see what I'm saying?
Can we not run through the hard points? Just get on the hard point. I don't know if you guys are playing for kills or what, but
we'll do a 4-part series on Puff. We'll do an 8-part series on R. Kelly. Where is the 8-part series on the Roman Catholic Church, Jeffrey Epstein, and all these other ones?
And to say this,
Harvey Weinstein didn't even get an 8-part series.
To say this, he's talking about from us.
From us.
Because he's talking about self-hatred.
From us.
Because somebody said there is an Epstein from us.
From us.
Okay.
And the Epstein documentary is not no 4-part story. They may do it now. Now that he's dead. You see that?
Yeah.
But where was the Jeffrey Epstein documentary when he was alive? They did R. Kelly alive. They did Bill Cosby alive.
Let's see who did survive and who was the people behind it. It's important. It was written by that sounds like wait, let's look at the executive producers. Yeah, black people did that too. Green Hampton is a notorious African American
again. Where
that yes has some definitely has a lot of ties to Jay-Z. But
if I get
black.
3 kills and a hard point, dog,
Tamara Simmons,
you should be next to me,
like
ready to kill the 4th guy if I miss him. Damn.
Tamara Simmons. I don't even know who this is. Tamara Simmons, executive film producer. She's black. You know, what Dr. Umar, I think, incorrectly is trying to perceive or portray, actually, not perceive. He's trying to portray that 50 is almost like going against what the majority of black people would do, as if 50 is the only black person that would do a documentary about another black person to try to bring down, quote unquote, that black person. Surviving R. Kelly wasn't done, but I'm looking at it now. Dream Hampton, black. Tamara Simmons, black. Maybe Jesse Daniels is white, but like it appears that there were black people along with this. Jesse Daniels surviving R. Kelly. Okay, don't really know who this is, but I would imagine this person's white. Joel, okay, so it looks like it might be half and half. Joel Carsberg, this person gotta be white, right? That's white, film producer, white guy. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Jessica Everett. Okay, another person that's white. And this person here, who is this? Maria Pepin, clearly black. Once we see Bad Girls Club, come on now. And I'm seeing a small picture right here. Oh, never mind. It's a white girl. What the fuck? It is a white girl.
What?
So there's two black people.
No,
which
just
again, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right next to me.
If you don't know, she's like a big deal. Like she's a big deal when it comes to like whatever. Okay, let's actually read. So, filmmaker, music critic Dream Hampton served as the executive producer together with and
this guy.
Okay, let's not think about
Sexual girl.
Let's just think about who were the people behind it. Dream Hampton was a white man. So it looks like two black people, two white people. Again, I know it's a little bit more mixed, and I'm pretty sure if we look at, let's see, The Reckoning. Find it. Okay, Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Let's look at their executive producers. 50 Cent, clearly black. Hey, Emporium, thank you for the 10. I'm gonna read it in 1 second. I'm pulling up the chat here. 50's black. I know Alexandra Stapleton, she's black. Let's look at Stacy Scripter. Who is this? Okay. Stacy Scripter, VP of Programming. She's white. So, like, listen, the narrative comes from the two people at the top. It's 50 and Alexandra Stapleton. We're never seeing these people on
stupid.
Just like Surviving R. Kelly is Dream Hampton and Tamara Simmons, right? We're never seeing these white people when it comes to the Surviving R. Kelly or even Sean Combs, The Reckoning. The point what I'm trying to say is that the only argument you could make is not that, 50, why are you targeting black people? Because you can't big up Surviving.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Gotcha.
When it's the same thing. Black people who did that too.
I joined this game late. Like, what the fuck?
So the only thing that sticks out is that 50 didn't like this nigga. And 50 was beefing with this nigga. And then some people could bring up, well, 50 may have been accused of certain stuff that might be eerily similar to what he's accused about. And you're writing a story about how he's so bad, but maybe you have done the same. That's the only point you can really have.
They did Sean Combs alive. Where was the Epstein documentary alive? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church? Y'all never do nothing on them living Caucasian predators. It's self-hate. I'm not excusing what Puff did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm saying that look at how you go out of your way to embarrass one another, and you don't do that with the enemies of the race.
Yeah, crazy nigga.
Okay, that's the point. So I'll leave it at that. I did see that Dr. Umar did respond after 50 said, "Shut up, nigga."
I ended up in the
Dr.
Caribbean.
Umar, 50 Cent. He responded with like a long ass post. It was kind of eloquent, a little bit. And let me see if I can read it to y'all. Here we go. He wrote the whole thing. Media, here we are. He wrote the whole thing. Why can't I find it? Let me just look up Dr. Umar. He damn well issued a statement. Let me look at his Instagram. Dr. Umar, Instagram. Here we go. Maybe it's on his Instagram. I think it is. Okay. Here we go. So it's a United We Stand. Dr. Umar Infatunde. I didn't even know that was the last name. He says, peace and Pan-Africanism. Mr. Curtis Jackson. It's been brought to my attention that you posted a clip of my recent interview with Raw.
Okay,
Instagram.
bullshit. But I
got no
like
beef
what?
with you, big homie.
Like he shot through all that
I
metal.
always stand on business, and I meant exactly what I said. I'm proud of the new film studio, and I think we should collaborate on a few projects for the culture. I have a strong base of grassroots support in Shreveport and throughout Louisiana. How about what is this like a job interview? Yo, Dr. Umar, get to the shit.
I just got a hit marker. I'm backing out.
How about we co-produce a few
documentaries
and docudramas for our people on the Black experience? I'm a leader in Black global Black consciousness, the most popular Black scholar in the world, and I got a Black youth ready on all continents. I was a fan of power, Raising Cain and BMF, but the time has come to turn the corner and start producing more socially progressive and culturally enriching content for our community, especially the youth. Put up or shut up. I'm ready for a real independent Black TV and film revolution. Let's get to work, big homie. Tomorrow's promise to no man. All we have is now. Most requested scholar. Yo, Dr. Umar. Brother, I fuck with you, but this was a goddamn disgrace. Actually, I seen this thing before. I didn't read it until I'm on stream. Yo, Dr. Umar, bro. Bro, pick your head up for some fucking air, gang. Wipe that glaze off your face, homie. Come on, gang. Brother, I know they're locking you out of your accounts. I don't know what type of fraudery is happening when it comes to you. Not necessarily you're doing it, but look like, people are playing with you. We like you, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when I start seeing people embracing you, I thought you were supposed to be our Martin Luther King. You and Tariq Nasheed. You Martin Luther, and he over here Malcolm X. But brother, I ain't gonna lie, some of the fraudery and when I realized your top issue was no bunny hopping, I realized I'm like, yo, I like you, Dr. Umar, and I won't speak ill of you because I know you stand for some good shit. But this was disgraceful because you called this man out because he did a documentary that you felt was tearing down the Black community, but not only tearing down the Black community, was tearing down a Black man that was powerful in the culture. I know you weren't defending Diddy, but the point of why you critiqued him was that he wouldn't do a documentary tearing a white man down. How the hell did you write this whole statement basically offering up your service, talking about you're the most requested scholar? Yo, let's collaborate. Yo, what the fuck? You should have stood on business, as you said in here. You said right here, but I always stand on business. This wasn't about him collaborating with you. He never thought to collaborate with you, and everybody know 50 a slimy nigga. He don't want to collaborate with you. His goal was to punk you, just like he's punking Mano and Jim Jones and them, and they had to run to the bank and wire $200,000.
When you hear me,
Mr. Ifantunde, what you should have really said to him, hey, I don't want to tear you down, and then I got me respond
when I want to talk.
That's fine.
I don't talk over act,
because I do think your studio could help the Black community and the Black progress of some of the things I'm pushing in the initiatives. However, we were talking about this documentary that you produced surrounding Sean Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Brother Love Combs. You should have addressed that. In no way in this goddamn message have you addressed it. It felt like as soon as 50 gave you the attention, you submitted your resume basically saying, brother, listen, fuck Diddy. Just give me a job. Let's work together. Me and you, we could do some good shit. That seems facetious. Am I tripping, chat?
The academic is
open the chat here. I might be tripping. If I'm tripping, say, you wild. By the way, there's nothing wrong with him trying to collaborate with 50 Cent, but come on. The reason why 50 responded to you is because you critiqued him for doing a Diddy doc. Not that he said, hey, is there any black leaders that want to come to my studio to work on black empowerment stuff? Does 50 even look like that type of nigga? He don't look like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. Does 50 even look like one of them marching ass, like, yo, we gonna be all right, mice on ass niggas? Fuck no. The nigga produced Power. He been producing, 50's producing stuff about drug dealers and crime. Power. BMF. He's not trying to produce some shit about, the honorable, come on. He ain't trying to do that. All right, some people say I'm tripping. What I'm saying is that Dr. Umar looked crazy on this. You came to him about him producing a doc about a black mogul, and you felt like that was tearing down black people. And instead of you saying, brother, I don't like that you did that. You basically showed him your credentials and resume and then try to pitch some new things. Now, granted, that could be part of the solution. But 50 never sought you out or responded to you because you were offering solution. He responded to you because he didn't like your critique. And when you responded to the fact that he didn't like your critique, all you said was that you stopped mentioning the critique. That's the problem, if you ask me. All right. Speaker Music says Dr. Umar is a cancer to our culture. Ebro thought Drake was. I won't say that. I do believe that this wasn't it wasn't the best year for him. It started to make us question a few things. And again, I might be a fool when I say this. But, I'm one of those people, when I read the Bible, I'm like, so you're telling me that we're reading the Bible and we got to read that God sent his son here 10,000 years ago for some other people who existed in that other time. But we out here struggling now. He won't send his son now for us? Then I got to think about this. So you want to tell me that the greatest leaders of our time, the black leaders, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they only existed in that time? Who are we stuck with out here now? So I've always said, maybe not the same message because we're not going through the same plight. Part of the greatness of Martin and Malcolm is that they were under threat of being assassinated if they continue to go down a certain path. Most people, I don't think Dr. Umar is under threat of being assassinated. So when I compare him to these people, you might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I'm saying that who's the black leader in terms of rhetoric, ideas, and whatever it is? I've thought it was Dr. Umar and Tariq Nasheed.
I was having fun, but I just gotta focus too much.
There's a few niggas who
use
talk
too much
well,
brain processing power to really enjoy this game.
Roland Martin and niggas like that. Them niggas are just scholars. They don't got nothing going on. Like these guys, I feel like they galvanize people. So I've said maybe that's what they are. But when I hear shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway. I wasn't trying to criticize Jesus. I was just trying to say I do believe in every era there are people that represents the overall picture. And I'll leave it at that. Okay. All right. Before I get to the Atlanta, and so this is the last topic before I get to Atlanta. Wale, I'm not talking about the intern. That's one of our chat niggas. Wale the rapper. About like 2 months ago, they had like an interesting run it, right? Essentially, Wale was at, I forgot where it was. Let's see. This was at a award show, I believe. And they bumped into each other. And Kai did not know who Wale was. They actually bonded over like a video game. When he got in the vehicle, he's reading his chat. His chat said, yo, you don't know who you just met? That's Wale. And basically, he kind of admitted, like, I really don't know him. I don't know this guy that well. And it appears that Wale definitely took a lot from that encounter. And we're going to play what he said recently. Check this out.
What up, bro?
So he sees Wale. He's walking to his vehicle.
You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch?
So he had a Nintendo Switch.
Smash, bro. I'll beat you.
Now, I think people believe that Wale was under the impression that Kai knew who he was, but he didn't. So Kai gets in the car.
Yeah.
And his cameraman and security kind of clue him in.
Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey,
so he says that was somebody crazy. I don't know who that was. By the way, you know, Kai's a very honest person. It's not like he wasn't trying to ego. He's looking at his chat. Like, oh, that was somebody like important. This is maybe at the Grammys. Was it the Grammys? I don't know.
Whole chat knows him.
Wale.
What you do?
I know who.
Now here's the thing. We gotta keep
like
reminding
a slight difference between these calling signs.
Kai Cenat is 24 years old. When was Wale last hit? It's not on chill. I'm going to tell you when his real last hit was. And respectfully to Wale, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm telling you how a young, early 20s kid might see you. I'm not talking about myself. It's my job to know music. So I'm at a different, I could be held to a different standard because my bread and butter is that, right? So if you were like, yo, Ak, you don't know that I dropped an album last year. If I don't know it, granted, I might be busy or whatever, but like, I get it. I'm a little different. Kai is not, right? It says the lead artist. Let's just look. I think his last hit. Let me see. Wow, has it been that long? And I'm talking about like legit hit as a lead artist. Wow. Well, On Chill was in 2019. I don't remember that song. I don't know. All right. Before then, what would we be talking about? My Pretty Young Thing. What year was this? That was 2015. Yeah, 2015 he was still popping. Yeah. Let me see if anything happened after 2015 in any of these situations. Yeah, 2015. Okay. Why did I say that? Okay, let's say his last real hit is in 2015. Mm-hmm. Yo, if I just showed y'all that Kai Cenat is 24, 10 years ago, Kai Cenat was 14. Do I think Kai Cenat would be knowing what the hot contemporary artist that's not like lit, and when I mean lit, like I'm talking about, he doesn't make club music all the time. He's more of an artist. Do I think that guy should know everything about him? No. So I think Kai's being honest. I don't think Kai's trying to play him at all.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh,
and then later on, this happened.
That shit making me look.
Lotus Flower Bomb dropped. Look, Lotus in 2013, I believe. No.
Yeah,
wow,
let's go
that long ago? 2012.
Fight?
What is Flower Bomb?
We could try it. Yeah, I'm down. The fuck.
Bro, that's 13 years ago.
I never did the EE for this. I got to the library
later on
and
this happened.
and solo, and
making me
I
look
couldn't
crazy
get
right
past
now.
that.
What?
That's
That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway is oh, my bad, bro.
I was like on
so
like
Wale
round like
walks back
20
up to him,
plus
and I
two, trying to do it at that point. So it was
kind of
just
got
a
more
mess.
awkward because he walks back up and he says something to Kai, and Kai still seems clueless. But it's more of Wale's reaction when people are like, yo, this guy cares about this interaction that much, right? And people feel like, yo, as a rapper, you shouldn't be doing this. But yo, Kai's more famous than most of these rappers. Check this out.
Right now, I'm just letting you know. What? That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway is oh, my bad, bro. They running with it, but we'll talk later.
Yo, what do y'all think about this, man?
Now, he was talking to Snoop on the other side. Marching in the famous guy. Now, recently, which was Kai Cenat kind of coming out and speaking on his mental health. It's on his page right now.
Hello, everybody. I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am going to go private soon on that page. So whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health. And honestly, it's been getting better. It has. But out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate.
Okay, so that pretty much happened, and then Wale, I guess he saw that before he went on his interview, and Wale has done an interview with Shannon Sharp, where I want to hear how you guys think about this, but he basically said he feels like Kai gets it now, and listen to his conversation.
Guys are not like you, 20-year-old, like you feel me? Like that's what they acting like I did, and I'm like, yo, I'm just saying you made me look crazy. Like I feel like uncomfortable in this room, but like I'm like at that moment I'm like, damn, everybody making me the bid on the internet just because I was like, you know, like just because he didn't. No, I was just confused. And then when they said I pressed him, I was like, oh, so that means I gotta leave. Like, I gotta go to my hotel for like a couple of days. Like it was like not that. I don't expect I introduce myself at my meet and greet sometimes. Like that's how I move. Like I don't be like, you got to know who I am. I was upset for like 5 days in a row. But when you talk about mental health at the Extreme Awards, I'm like, yes, mental health. You did it, man. Imagine giving your life to this game and then you go to the awards to just support the culture that you've been a part of for 13 years, and then somebody who asks you to play a video, like asks you, yeah, let's play one day, like, because you saw them last year, and then you go online and everybody's like, yo, guys, not you didn't know who you were. That was funny.
Am I not supposed to be doing that?
I fuck with you. Me and you bonded recently when we both were fucking with you. Trust me, we're both laughing. It's all good. But I do want to tell you, again, I'm only speaking and I'm not trying to disrespect you. Your mental health issues, and I'm not belittling them because I believe it, but it's different from what Kai's going through. I talked about it yesterday. It's what a creator goes through. And because you're a rapper, you have a different sense of understanding. I understand Kai and I relate to him more than I will relate to you. For you, your mental issues are going to come in terms of mental health, that you're working on your craft, this and third, and you want to kind of be accepted for it. And in moments where you're slighted, ignored, or this and third, or underappreciated, that does fuck with you because you've dedicated your life to it. The kind of, at least maybe a silver lining, and I don't know, maybe people will disagree and be like, nah, that's kind of still similar. With Kai, honestly, this is what streaming is. You give your life as entertainment to the point it drags the life force out of you, that when you're not streaming, you feel empty. And it's almost like you have to go through it.
What the fuck? Okay. I'm about to back out. Like, why? Why is this harder than the normal zombies? I feel like the Easter egg community has the developers convinced that zombie fans are like masochists. Because, you know, like, why would you make like a fun Halloween, Christmas like game mode like harder than the normal zombies? I don't know. This is not what I saw on the ground. If I should get some perks.